The NHL has just announced its finalists for the Hart Trophy. Nikita Kucherov, Connor McDavid, Sidney Crosby. None of those names are Patrick Kane. Let's talk about it. Hello and welcome to Hockey Talkie. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Clay. If you're liking this video, feel free to look around the channel. Feel free to maybe think about liking this video, subscribing. Just saying, just throwing it out there. You don't have to. It's your choice, your life. I can't make you do anything. But I certainly appreciate it if you did. Now, let's set some ground rules before we kind of dig into this topic here. Let's try and figure out where we're at. So, first question, we're going to start off with Patrick Kane. Should he have won the Hart? Let's just start there. The answer to that is no. At least I don't think so. And I'm a Blackhawk fan. So we got that out of the way. Next question is, does being a finalist for a trophy, whether it's the Hart or some other trophy, does it really matter? Once again, I would say no, not really. Is it nice to be included as a finalist? Yes, it's recognition for having an outstanding year. For sure. That's nice. But if you look throughout history, look at the record books or the history books, look at the names of the winners of all the trophies, all you see is winners. You don't really care about the finalists. So, in terms of, does it really matter that he's not a finalist if he was not going to win the Hart? Not really. Not really. I'm not going to lose sleep over this, and neither really should he. So we got those two basic questions out of the way. Third question is, with those two answers in mind, why am I making this video then if it really doesn't matter? And the answer to that is because I can. It's my channel, and I can do what I want with it. So I guess the point of this video is, let's try and make an argument to get Patrick Kane into that finalist list. Alright? I'm not going to make an argument for him to actually win the Hart because I really don't think there is an argument for that. I think it's pretty clear that Nikita Kucherov is going to win this. And I know you might be thinking otherwise, but I'm telling you, he's going to win it. Now, let's try and make an argument to get Patrick Kane in the list above maybe Sidney Crosby or even Connor McDavid. Let's see what we can do. So let's start off with just stats. Pure stats, points. That's kind of the big one, right, with forwards, with scoring forwards. And usually kind of is indicative of who wins the Hart, whether you like it or not. You got Nikita Kucherov, 128 points. You have Connor McDavid, 116 points in second place. Then in third place, you got Patrick Kane, 110 points. Then tied for fifth. He's listed as sixth, but tied for fifth with 100 points is Sidney Crosby. Looking at that, you're thinking, okay, well, why is Sidney Crosby above Patrick Kane? Sidney Crosby does have the argument that he played less games, less minutes than Patrick Kane, and therefore, if you actually take that into account, Patrick Kane and Sidney Crosby actually scored at a similar rate, about 16 and a half minutes in between points. So, pretty much even on that front. On the flip side, if you look at it the Hart's supposed to be most valuable for your team, Patrick Kane played more minutes, was on the ice a lot more for his team. I mean, Jeremy Colleton really ran him for a while there, especially during that, late winter run that the Hawks had where Patrick Kane had a 20-game point streak where he had 43 points in 20 games. Yeah, he was pretty valuable. He was valuable enough that, he got the team from second to last place in the league all the way into, a playoff spot for about an hour. He was pretty much the main reason, that streak and everything. That was the reason why the Hawks were in a playoff push towards the end of the year. But they didn't make the playoffs, and that's a big thing for the Hart, and that's a big reason why Sidney Crosby is probably ahead of him. His team made the playoffs. And that's also the reason why Connor McDavid will not be winning this. And so now you have Nikita Kucherov versus Sidney Crosby, and that's pretty obvious. It's going to be Kucherov. And I don't really care about how many other great players Kucherov had on his team, the offensive just juggernaut that was the Lightning this regular season. It doesn't really matter. He still had to put up 128 points, and that is quite good, far and away better than pretty much everyone else. So that whole he's got teammates to pass to and score with, it doesn't really matter all that much to me. Although, if you're going to say that argument, if you really believed in that argument, you'd say, okay, well then maybe Patrick Kane should be ahead of Connor McDavid, because Connor McDavid had a 100-point score in Leon Draisaitl right next to him as a line mate. Patrick Kane had none of that. He had no help. I mean, he had scorers on his team. He had Alex DeBrincat, but he wasn't really on the same line. He didn't really have that to kind of boost his numbers. Patrick Kane had to do a lot of it himself. And he had a great year, and that's why you kind of think, why isn't he in the Hart conversation, or at least finalist? But he couldn't quite make it. And the thing is, it's only 3 people. Only 3 players are finalists. If you're 4th, I mean, you still had a really good year, right? You're just not top 3. And really, what's top 3 if you don't win? It's pretty much the same as 4th. So Patrick Kane not being a finalist for the Hart, it's not really that big of a deal because he wasn't going to win it. He still had a fantastic season and hopefully has another one in him. So let me know your thoughts on this whole Hart conversation finalist, who you think is going to win. Let me know down in the comments section below. Like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate that as always, but most importantly, stay safe, make good decisions, and I'll see you next time.